Hi everyone and welcome back to Game 2 with Meddi and Hippie. This time on the right hand side in blue we have Meddi playing as the Territorial Commando Sud, one of the new divisions, and on the other side we have the other new division with Hippie in red playing as the KDA Erfurt. Now I'm seeing slightly more units going towards Echo for Hippie this time, less so going for Alpha, whereas I see a lot more heading into Alpha for Meddi. So perhaps Hippie is going for the whole Echo push that I keep wondering if anyone's going to go for. Still sending some units here which aren't actually going to reach Alpha. A little bit far behind in terms of Meddi's units, a little bit slower. Rocket attack jet coming in there, interesting choice. They are good. You can kill tanks with these rocket attack jets if you get side armor and some good accurate shots or top armor. Good effort. 2 HE bombers. Oh no, a HE bomber and an AA jet coming in there. We'll be going for the Spetsnaz chopper. Spetsnaz did appear. Oh, they are there, but they are severely injured. That was taken out by the Bucks by the looks of it. So he lost his HE bomber. I think the rocket attack jet got out for Hippie. I can't believe that Hippie's got this. All of Meddi's units are back. Wow. I did not expect that at all. I'm genuinely surprised. I thought this was going to be like a real slogging fest again. But interestingly up here, Hippie seemed to send quite a bit this way, but really, he's kind of all bundled up here, and it almost looks like Meddi has more spread out. He's got some nice AMX-10s there, which are doing plenty of damage. That's interesting. Cluster bomber coming in. Rocket attack jet coming in and dying. Was it actually going for those? I'm not sure. Cluster bomber was... Did it drop there? But the bombs took ages to drop and he moved out of the way. That was weird. Did that drop from a really high height or something? It's just flying around. Oh, the book's out of missiles, so it can just fly around. I'm kind of impressed Hippie's managed to push up here with these little vehicles, little tank guns. I mean, he's right on top of that command, but he hasn't killed it. He really needs to get in there and kill it. But look at this. Early advantage to Meddi. +8. Because no commands in at all for Hippie. And Hippie's losing down here as well. Look at this from Meddi. Good pushback. He's managed to come in this side. He did drop off some units there. Making good use of these vehicles, but he's out of machine gun ammo for the big machine guns. Loads of jets in play for Meddi as well. Wow. All of that was there right on top of the command, and he didn't manage to kill it. They must have finished it off with a Carl Gustav, or the Hot 2 helped. Well done, Meddi. Well done. He's going after... he's got the anti-air that was there with the BRDM-2s. That's wasting some ammo on the empty supply truck. That's not a supply truck, it's just a transport vehicle. This has turned into a weird early game. It's not what I expected at all. When Hippie took all of that, I thought he would be in firm control. But Meddi's managed to push in. And up here, where it looked like Hippie had sent the majority of his forces, he's lost everything. And I mean, you know, Meddi hasn't done amazingly there, but he survived and still in control of the point. And still +8, 1,066. And counting. He's still +8. Where are the commands for Hippie? Is he just going to lose this? Using those rocket attack jets well. Very nicely done. They're great. They're really improved as well. Since they've now made it that they fire more rockets on each pass, it really has helped. They still don't fire them all like they did in Wargame Red Dragon. I almost wish there was a button where you could select fire all, or fire half. You know, give you the option. Book back in action. Got a nice hit. Will it get a second? No, it won't. Unlucky. Or lucky for Mehdi, as the case may be. Look at this. Command coming in now for Hippie. Commands coming in everywhere. He's finally realised that he's about to lose the game. I can't believe he left it at +8 for that long. I mean, to be fair, right now, Mehdi doesn't need to do much to win. He just needs to kill Hippie's commands. And he could go around the back again like he did last time. Cluster and HE Bomber coming in. I assume going for this command here. That would certainly be what I'd do. I mean, my game now, if I was playing as Mehdi, would be destroy the CVs. Because it's nearly impossible for him to lose. In fact, never mind destroy the CVs. Get a CV in here and he'll still be +2. Neutralise now. If he gets a command in there, he neutralises Alpha and he's +2 and he's won the game. Hippie trying to do another aggressive push in Echo. He's not going to come up against much resistance, to be fair. That command is sort of alright up there at the minute. Bofors will help against the infantry. Cannon Panzers will be good against all of this stuff. Now he needs to get in a position where he can fire. Zav Clara could easily come around and kill that CV. Because once again, Hippie's not protecting his back CVs. And I'm sorry, but at this stage, I am fully behind Mehdi, sending choppers around the back if he has them and killing those CVs. I mean, he is like right there to win. I can't believe how far Hippie's got back in this point. You know what the problem is here? Mehdi's kind of settled back here at the rear end of the point. And really he needs, if you take this point, for anyone else who is maybe playing this map, you need to hold these front areas. So you can shoot out at incoming stuff. Otherwise you're allowing them to get into the forest and then into the town by proxy. You have to hold the line over here. You have to be in this area where these units are. Because if you don't, then you've already lost. I mean, okay, you've not already lost, but you've lost the war of stopping them getting into the point. Because they're already in. And that's half the battle with these points. Like here, look. Hippie's pushed forward and is now here. Which means he can shoot at stuff that's trying to come in this way. Now, Mehdi's advantage is he can bring stuff in through the forest around the back here. But those Jaeger Aufkul have been spotted by Hippie. That's such a shame for Mehdi. If he'd pushed up here, I didn't even consider it while I'm flittering about the map at the time. But yeah, if he'd have pushed there, then he'd have been in a better position. You got to kind of push it, hold it, and bring in reinforcements to keep holding it. Hippie's still not protecting his back CVs. He deserves them to die. He is fully deserving that they get killed. Aeromobiles coming around the back there. Very good units. He needs to get those round, preferably, and into that point delta. And the same down here. And then my 8T there, but it's out of rockets. He's going to get rearmed back there, though. Bringing in artillery now, Hippie. Interesting. Lots of Suchin here. Cannon Panzers. 2 HE bombers coming in. Dropping on the front here. Nice strike. Did plenty of damage. And here... not so much. Maybe killed it. Did it kill an infantry squad? If you zoom right in, you might be able to see some bodies on the floor, but it's very hard to see. I can't see any, but it's hard to see what's going on in the forests in this game, admittedly. What's going on up here? Not a lot. Good positioning for the Cannon Jagdpanzers from Mehdi. Pleased with that. I wondered how he was going to position them. He's got plenty of them there firing at these infantry. Here we go with the Aufklärer round the back. Oh, it's cost. Oh, there's a command in there now neutralising that as well. I was about to say why isn't Mehdi +2, but that's why. But here we go. He's rushing to see those guys, but they're going to do the job. Come on, Alf Clara. He's running away. Are the Alf Clara range that bad? He's well within rocket range. That's bizarre. I'm surprised he can't see that. I mean, I know it's a forest, but he's not that far away. They're dead anyway. They're about to get hit by the MI-8. Good effort. But unfortunately, it's not going to matter. How bizarre. Lots of AA here now for Hippie. He learned his lesson from the last game. I'm kind of disappointed for Mehdi there. I think he deserved that kill. The bottom one's still undefended. Flak bow falls under fire. See if Clara can see it. Oh, Mehdi, so close, yet so far. No, Clara's still alive. Oh, they're dead now. Yeah, I would have gone for this guy down here as well. Maybe do a two-pronged attack that top one and the bottom one at the same time. Split his defensive forces and you'd have more of a chance of getting a kill. It's a shame. It is a shame. So, stalemated now. With a lot of ongoing fighting. Look at this. Mehdi's pushed back out. Come on, Mehdi. Get to this edge. It's where you need to be. You got the M48. You got the Cannon Jagdpanzers. You can do this. He's only got an SPG-9. You can take it. What are they firing at? The Osa? They are, and they missed. Both of them missed. That's really disappointing. Wow. Cluster strike coming in from Hippie against those tanks. Nice strike. Effective. Cluster bomber is dead though. Almost killed the Gazelle on its way out. I'm sorry. I still think that jets target enemy choppers far too easily as they're just like randomly flicking around. There should be a moment to acquire target lock, not just an instant pop. There goes a missile. I know they fire and forget sometimes, but even so, it's a little bit weird. Aeromobile's coming round, probably going for the back here, though there will be an Osa in the way because he's forced it to move out from this position. Cannon Jagdpanzer's there. He needs to kill a CV. Getting a good push on across here with those Cannon Jagdpanzers. Good positioning from Mehdi, swinging around the top, avoiding this group of units. He doesn't need to fight them. It's something I always say in Walking Red Dragon in my basics videos. If you can go around an enemy defensive line because you don't need to kill it, go around it. Why waste your units fighting something that's stuck there? I mean, Hippie couldn't, you know, he could move them, but they're going to get shot at by stuff if they move out of the forest. And you don't necessarily need to fight them to control the point. Unfortunately, he has lost his command in there, so currently +2 to Hippie. But look, Mehdi's getting closer. He is getting closer. 1,700. But Hippie won't give up without a heck of a fight. Look at tanks coming in now to push this point. Mehdi's got himself in a much better position in Alpha. This is where he needs to be. He needs to be right at the front, being aggressive, pushing. Scaring off these units coming in. Obviously, these tanks coming in are going to be an issue for him, though, because T-62s are better than the Cannon Jagdpanzer. Good bombing strikes here. Is he going to kill the CV? No, because he's hitting somewhere the CV isn't. And he's lost both of those bombers. That's a real shame. Hippie is getting a lot of AA in. He's going to lose that as well, yeah. That's a lot of jets to lose. You just can't send them that far over Hippie's lines now. He's got too much stuff. I'd rather be using them to try and kill this stuff at the front if you're going to use your bombers now. Aeromobile's flittering about here. Obviously knows he's not going to get in that point now. 2 commands in this point here. Hippie was so scared he was going to lose one, he brought in another command. Dedication to keeping hold of that point. He knows he needs to. +2 still to Hippie right now, but this is going to be a long drawn out game if he's just getting +2. Mehdi is so close. But Hippie showing his mettle here. He's still trying to push, even though he is that much on the back foot and could just hold with +2. But he's still pushing. He wants more points. He wants to ensure that Mehdi can't get more back. Lots of reinforcements coming in at the top there. Still waiting for stuff to arrive down here. He's pushing back in here because, again, Mehdi just didn't have enough in this tree line, which now means that Hippie is in the tree line, which now means that Hippie has an advantage to getting back into the town. And there's not a lot back here protecting that CV. If Hippie gets through this lot, which he might, he's got some decent tanks there. Those T-62s pushing up. And he can sit behind that tree line and fire through, so he's not at risk from the ATGMs or the RPGs, the Panzerfausts. Is at risk from that Milan 1, though. Nice shot. He got a hit, but the Milan 1 won't last long now. He knows it's there. Milan 1 dead. Yeah. Good positioning, as I say, from all of these little tanks and kind of Jagdpanzers. They're just getting those shots off at those infantry every time they move. Reinforcements coming in to push up here now. He's going to end up clearing this infantry, I think. I mean, it would be a good position for his Jaeger to be in, I suppose. Hippie's sitting pretty. He's getting close to these aero rifles now, though. Making these tanks at a lot of risk. There's one dead. Aero mobiles. Sorry, I call them aero rifles. They have the EPICBANDANNER, which, I mean, I remind you, is a penetration of 21. Which means that T-62s equals dead. So, they're really good units for anti-tank, which is exactly what Mehdi needed there right at that time. They've got, you know, machine gun, FAMAS and everything, so they're not bad units in general, but against those T-62s, perfect. +2 still to Hippie. There was a command flittering around up here. There it is, neutralised now. That command is sat in that corner completely undefended on its own. I feel so sorry for Mehdi, because he got that huge boost of points at the start. He was doing so well. He pushed Alpha back. He held off what should have been the main force from Hippie and Echo. He was doing such an awesome job. But yeah, it's been a hell of a slog for him since then. Hippie is a formidable opponent at the best of times, and he is being super aggressive in this game. Super aggressive. Look at that. Cannon Jagdpanzer are doing a fantastic job there. Really, do not underestimate Cannon Jagdpanzers. People are like, oh, they're cheap, terrible units. They're really not. They're cheap, but they're good units. They're good for fire support. If you can get them close to enemy tanks, they're going to do a lot of damage. Don't underestimate Cannon Jagdpanzers. They're a very cheap unit to bring in. You can spam them, and they can do an amazing job of pushing a front line with some smoke support. Because, you know, you can have so many of them. The enemy tanks don't know what to target, and by the time they do, you'll at least have killed a few enemy tanks. Look at all these T-62s coming in. Hippie with the tank spam. 75-point tanks. He spent a lot on tanks. Mehdi still bringing in aircraft and losing them immediately. Mehdi, I think the take away from this, when your enemy has that much AA, stop bringing in aircraft. You're wasting your money. It'd be better spent on tanks or something. Milan's coming in there as well. He could get the Milan's in a good position being up here with these Cannon Jagdpanzers. He really needs to kill a commander urgently. Command dead up here again. Oh no, he's just back there out of the point. So much stuff being called in again there, and I'm looking for a place that Mehdi, I mean, he's got to push Alpha, but look at all those tanks and infantry coming in. Wow. Hippie's actually got VPBs in his deck. Hippie, when you watch this, enlighten me as to why you have them in your deck and how effective you think they are. I will watch their performance, but On paper, they looked absolute trash. They didn't look like they were worth the points to spend on them. So I'm very curious. I realize you can spam them, but I'm just, you know, very, very curious. The amount of pressure Hippie is keeping up all the time on Alpha. Little pieces of arty as well, just fire, fire. Mortars are out of ammo, but it's keeping Mehdi pushed back. It's not a bad idea. Jaeger here. Can they get a couple of kills on these tanks? No, by the looks of it. Did a bit of damage, but they're dead. Hot 2 coming in. Will be good against these tanks. I think that was Hippie accidentally artillerying his own troops, but not doing any damage to them, really. Look at all of that being called in. Wow. That's Hippie being ballsy. He's calling stuff in the point ready. Mehdi's in trouble. Mehdi is in serious trouble. I'm concerned about what Mehdi is bringing in terms of units now. He's bringing in a lot of hot 2s and stuff, and I'm worried about whether he's running out of other types of units. I feel like he's lost a lot. More than Hippie has. Oh, Hippie, you're doing a great job, but Mehdi was so close. So close to that win. Is that the same rocket attack jet from the start of the game? I'm amused if that's still alive since the start of the game. Aeromobiles coming in. I don't know. Another Mirage jet coming in. He's going to lose it. Such an expensive loss. Good. At least you killed one of Hippie's. Seed coming in now, but the Eyehawks are out of missiles. Oh no, that one isn't. Oh, it's a Roland 2. Oh, the Roland 2 is... It takes a long time to reload. The Roland 2 is now about to die because it's rolling into enemy territory. Mehdi, where's your Roland 2 going? It's trying to get over here. It's a bit close. It's going to get killed. I can't bear to watch. There's that rocket attack jet again. What's it going for? Command at the back? Yes, it is, and it got the kill. Back to +2 for Hippie. I am so disappointed for Mehdi at this point. He was so together and doing so well at the start, and it's all fallen apart. He just seems to be all over the place now, not bringing in weird stuff as well. I don't know if he's just out of... I don't know if he's just lost so much he's out of your standard types of units. It's just all of these aeromobiles and stuff coming in, and Gazelle Hots, and... Where's the cheap spammable infantry? He must be out of Cannon Jagdpanzers. I mean, he's still got M48s coming in. Apologies for the siren in the background. Oh, Mehdi. You were doing amazing. Look at the push from Hippie, though. He's still going. I mean, I feel like these VPBs are atrocious, but there's so many of them. I mean, the aeromobiles are ripping them apart, aren't they? Let's be honest. They are ripping them apart. But there's just so many squads. Also killing those choppers. There's more choppers with aeromobiles coming in. Well done. Mehdi managed to push the few units he had up there and has killed the CV. So well done to him for that. At least he's neutralized again, but look at the red blob. There's no way Mehdi can stop all that. No way. Look at the red to blue on the map now. I mean, last game was pretty tight in kills to losses. This game is not going to be tight in kills to losses. Hippie's going to be way ahead. The amount of jets he's killed alone must be 1,000 points. Never mind the fact that he's killing the majority of ground forces as well. Hippie's just got so much stuff here. I mean, the artillery's helping. There is supply coming in which will help reinforce these troops. I mean, the aeromobiles are putting up a hell of a fight, but that squad's almost dead finally. And there are some K-Day Suchin here now, which are obviously better, you know, huge squads, better than these VPBs that were there. Back in control of that point completely now, Mehdi, but it won't last, and he is bringing in a command, but it wasn't there. Oh, Mehdi. It was so close to being all yours. I wish you'd killed those CVs at the back earlier and you just could have had the game in the first 20 minutes. So unfortunate. I'm struggling now to see a way for Mehdi to come back from this. Last game was so tight, it could have really genuinely gone either way. But the points were just always in Hippie's favour. This time, points massively in Mehdi's favour. But Mehdi just kind of fell apart. And I feel really bad for him. Halfway through this game, Mehdi just completely fell apart. And he will fight to the bitter end. But I just don't see Mehdi coming back from this. Hippie now in very firm control at this point with a lot of units. Just a complete there's like a Jaeger up. There's like one Jaeger up there. Where are your infantry, Mehdi? Have you lost them all? I'm concerned about the amount of aeromobiles you have in your deck. I mean, they're fantastic units, but I wouldn't be relying on them. They're expensive to bring in. 55 points plus the cost of the chopper. Seed coming back in to try and kill the Eyehawks. That Eyehawk's out on its own. This stuff's getting hit by the tanks. Seed coming in there. Will actually get a shot off at anything this time. Yes, it is. Eyehawk did not get killed by it. Now, just for the record, we did test it in the latest patch and... oh, sorry. The patch before the hotfix. Seed do kill. Seed do kill. Did I just jump across the map there? I hit spacebar and it jumped. That's really rare. Yeah. Seed do kill Eyehawks, because there was some concern that Seed couldn't kill Eyehawks, but they can. We demonstrated that in a little test we did. And Hippie now in complete control of Echo as well. +4 to Hippie. And Hippie won't stop. He's going for the back points as well. He's not going to stop, surely. He's just going to go. 10 minutes left to go. And there's no stopping Hippie now. Rocket Attack Jet is still alive. If that's the same one since the start, you've got to commend it for living through the entire game. Jaeger! There's suddenly loads of Jaeger. Where were they 10 minutes ago? I'm so confused as to what you brought certain things in for, Mehdi. If you watch this, I'd love to know why you called in loads of aeromobiles instead of calling in all of these Jaeger that you still had. I mean, it's cheaper, more spammable infantry. I'm just, you know, I don't know. Really surprised you didn't bring them in. Hippie's going for the kill on Hotel as well. Increase his lead. Is that some mortars there? Yes. I mean... Oh, Mehdi. He just fell apart. I'm so disappointed for you. You were so close. It was within your grasp to get a 1-all draw in these games. On the basis that there is simply no way Mehdi is coming back from this. Now +7 for Hippie, calling in units right at the front. Let's speed up the proceedings. I will not prolong Mehdi's suffering in this game. We all know what's coming. There was also a spare command back here at one point, but I think Hippie had to move it into Echo. Look at all these things coming in. Hippie's just throwing everything in now. And there go the other command squad that's come in there. They're going to die. I commend Mehdi for fighting till the end. I really do. And he's suffering. He's suffering. Wow, what a game. What a game. So much still of that back and forth, that immediate grasp at the start you had, Mehdi, and then it all just went terribly wrong. Kills to losses, as I say, 3,000 difference, that was pretty apparent. Commiserations, Mehdi, well played. Hippie, as always. Fantastic game, guys. I'm so disappointed for you, Mehdi. My fingers, my toes, everything was crossed for you there. Well, guys, games to Hippie, 2-0. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. There will be more WARNO Tournament. There will be more WARNO. Tonight, I will certainly be streaming a bit of WARNO now that we're getting to a more balanced stage, and I will do some usual Wargame Red Dragon as well later on. So please stay tuned for that. Have a great day, everyone.